Hey, let's boogie woogie. Oh, I don't know. How about key of C? Let's start thinking about a bar chord. How about index finger laying flat and 8th fret, then you make an E shape with your middle ring pinky. Good old bar chord. In that chord, you got a lot of good stuff, like a power chord on the fat 2 strings. If you add one more string, it's still a power chord. One more string gives you a 3rd interval. Then the 2 skinny strings, I call it a flat shape. And the whole thing sounds big. You can hit 2 strings, 3 strings, 4 strings, 5 strings, and 6 strings. And then with the 2 big strings here, you can do your rock rhythm. When you're in the key of C, your next most obvious chord would be an F, which is easy to do. You just jump 1 string towards the floor. Let's go back to C. Your next most obvious chord would be a G, where we'll go over, like where F was, and go up 2 to the 10th and 12th frets. There's your G chord. Back to your C. Get those 3 chords down. Have fun. Let me do a 12-bar rock and roll chord progression based on that, what I just said. Here comes C. And that would repeat. And that's kind of like your whole basis of like Whole Lotta Shakin' or Great Balls of Fire or something like that. Chuck Berry, Johnny B. Good, Roll Over Beethoven, all kinds of fun stuff that we love. Let's look at some lead guitar stuff. I've talked about boogie woogieing before, where you lay your first finger flat. So if you're in the key of C, the 8th fret's kind of a hot spot for a lot of good stuff. Like your index would lay flat on the 2 skinny strings, 8th fret for your. That gives you the lead guitar over a C chord. Sound like my speaker's blowing in my little K amp here. Too much boogie woogieing. That's what happens if you rock and roll too much. When it goes to F, you can take it up to the 13th fret. Back to C. Here comes G. Let's go super high. That's 15th fret. Follow that. C, F, and G. C is 8, F is 13, G is 15. Cool. On this flat shape, you can start to put a bend with it. These take a while if you haven't done these a lot, but let's get started. It's really cool. This would be your ring finger on the 3rd string, the G string, the 10th fret. I'm going to bend that note. And then add these 2 8s. So So that's when I bend it. I'm going to use 3 fingers to push, maybe. And index lays flat. So I might end up using 2 for this. You just got to do an incredibly high number of these to get it down. So get started. Here's the F. Back to C. I'm going to make another string ring. I better figure that out. Thumb's going to come over the top and help keep these from going ground. I don't want that. I want... Oh man, that's burning my fingers out. You can do a lot of stuff. Let's go back to some flat shapes. So that's the bend you can work on. It's got kind of a 1, 2, 3, a triplet sound. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or 1, a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a... Let's do something a little different. Oh, the fingers. They take a beating. This is your index laying flat on the 2 skinny strings at the 8th fret. Now the ring finger is going to make a flat shape at the 10th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings, and then index lays flat on the same 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd strings, 8th fret. Let's do this again. Here's the first shape. Double 8s on the 2 skinnies. Now double 10s on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Now first finger lays flat on the 2nd and 3rd strings, 8th fret. Now we'll add our middle finger. Gonna hit a single note. That's the 9th fret, 3rd string, and back to a flat shape. Let's check it out. Which is also, as you remember, the note in the chord. So relate your soloing to the chord that is happening underneath. Whatever your rhythm guitar player is doing, there's a chance what you're doing should lock right in. Maybe. From time to time. Then you start bopping around doing your own thing. Cool, that's on C. Here's F. Wow, rock and roll. Check this out. That is the most basic lead guitar move that I've ever thought of. Gosh, I've been playing a little while. That's your good old... Did I say ow, 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 ow? I think I did. That's 3 notes. That fits right into our bar chord shape again. Part of the bar chord. 3 notes. So we're at 10th fret, ring finger, 8th fret, index finger, 10th fret, ring finger. Now we're going to bend. Holding that note, hit it again. Let it down. Index at the 8th fret. Back to the root. C note, 10th fret, 4th string. Hammer on, pull off. Look, Mom, only one hand. Wow! You can give it a little shake, a little bend on that 8th fret. Not too much, just a small bend. Real simple. That's what I do. I try to keep it simple for you. There's a lot of super complicated things out there. I'm just trying to show you the most easy, fun things that you can build on. Ooh, combine that kind of basic blues lick with that earlier bend we did. It's really cool to compare this bend with this fretted note. Once again, you've got to do an incredibly high number of repetitions for this to start sounding good. Let's add another bend. Can you take it? Can you handle it? That would be the 11th fret, 2nd string. It's a A sharp. We're going to bend it up to sound like a C. Whole step bend. So we got. And then compare it to the C, it should sound equal in pitch. Simple, but not always that easy if you don't know it. That's why I'm here. We're going to try to make it easy for you. You got to do the work. I'm just going to show you. Put you in the right direction. Let's add one more bend. That's 1st string, 11th fret. That one sounds kind of far out. If you go a full step, maybe a half step, quarter step, your choice. Choose wisely. I choose all three. 2nd string bend, usually a little more precise. You're going for a C, but you can kind of let it down. This 3rd string bend could be a whole step, half step, or quarter step, or anywhere in between. Interesting. Simple. So we're hanging right in that spot, not expanding down too far or up. We're staying right there in that bar chord zone for now. We'll add more someday. For now, let's just keep it simple. So there's your boogie woogie in the key of C. Get those moves under control. Forgive me if I said boogie woogie too many times. I just think it's funny. And to me that means rock and roll. I don't know. You can club me over the head all you want if that's not right. I don't care. Don't forget to rock and roll. Don't forget to boogie woogie. Practice and have fun. See ya.